In this video, I want to talk to you about the Janome Skyline S5 sewing machine. The Skyline S5 is the beginning model in the Janome line that gets you into the 9mm width stitch. These are the same size stitches that the top of the line machines have, but by and large this machine here is top of the line quality without top of the line price. So let's show you a good overview of this machine. On our placard here, we have 170 built-in stitches. There's 4 alphabets, and the computer board is laid out very nicely. We do have zoomed-in pictures on the website. They'll show you the stitches on the machine, but all I have to do is press the mode that I want to be in, and then I can correspond numbers on my touchpad and pull up the stitch that I want to sew. I do have control over the stitches. I can adjust the length and the width on all the sewing patterns. I can mirror image, flip those stitches around, or our decorative stitches. That makes a big difference. On even the applique and quilting stitches, flipping those stitches around will make a huge difference of how the quilt or the garment will look. And I have a lot of other controls here that we'll have a lot more information on the website. So let's sew on the machine and I'll give you a brief overview of it. Threading the S5 is very simple. Make sure we have our presser foot in the highest position. And basically I can thread this machine with one hand. Everything is going to be channeled all the way down to my needle. And then I do have a built-in needle threader here. And I've threaded my needle. There's a little razor on the side of the machine to trim the excess. And then I have the top drop-in bobbin, so I know at any given time how much thread I have on my bobbin because I can see that. And we can easily pull up the stitch and we're ready to sew. There are a lot of computer controls on the machine and it's very easy to operate. We can talk you through all kind of questions, troubleshooting, show you how to use the machine, though it does come with a very detailed instruction manual. But I can override the speed of my foot control right here. It will come with a foot control, or I can use the start-stop button here and do away with having to use the foot control. And I can override the speed of the machine. I have a built-in scissor that will snip my bobbin and top thread for me at any given time. I have the needle up, needle down feature. I can have the machine stop needle in fabric. And there's times I want to have the needle out of the fabric. I will have the auto lock feature that ties the stitch off for me underneath, so that back tag is tied off underneath so you cannot see it. And I do have reverse. If you ever do want to have a back tack on top, you can hit reverse. Notice how the machine does have extra high lift under the presser foot. I can raise and lower that. Notice how the machine does have extra high lift under the presser foot. I can raise and lower that and get the thicker fabrics underneath the garment. You also notice I have a 7-point feed dog system here. The feed dogs are touching my fabric in 7 places. That really helps when I'm working with lightweight material. Helps also when I'm feeding thicker materials through the machine. The S5 will have a little bit larger motor in it than your average machine will. It can handle sewing heavier materials. We're going to sew a little bit thicker material here. I have 8 layers of denim here. The machine does have an automatic tension setting. This is one of the few models that you'll find in the Janome line that will do that. So if I'm working with different types of fabric, it's going to compensate the tension for me and take a lot of the hassle of that away. Here I can override the speed of the machine. That top drop-in bobbin will go all the way down onto the fabric. How smooth the machine does run, that really aids in that with the top drop-in bobbin system. Then I can speed it up. Hit that auto lock feature and it's going to tie the stitch off for me. Then I'm going to hit my scissor. There I've went from extreme heavy to a cotton to a stretch material. Another nice feature you'll have on the Skyline S5, it does come with the knee lift, and this is really handy if I'm doing free motion quilting because I can plug the knee lift into the machine here, and as I'm sewing I can raise and lower the presser foot just having my right leg and move that over to raise and lower, so I have both my hands on my fabric. There are 6 modes built in on the Skyline S5, and basically I just need to make sure I know which mode that I'm in corresponding to the placard that's built into the machine. So mode 1 generally is our quilting and our garment construction stitches. Our one-step buttonholes are built in right here, and the machine does come with a specialized attachment that helps you make the buttonholes every time to the size of your buttons. Mode 2 will give me some more decorative stitches, some more quilting stitches. I can combine different quilting stitches here. I can combine different stitches for making a decorative border because there is a memory built into the machine. I can adjust the width and the length on all my sewing patterns just right here handy, so I know exactly my width and length settings. The machine does recommend a presser foot for the type of stitch that you're doing. All the Janome presser feet will have a letter indented into them, so you'll know at any given time what's the correct foot that I need. There are other optional accessories that are available for the S5. Ken Sewing Center does carry those. Feel free, give us a call, let us know what model you have. We can make recommendations on the correct foot or attachment for your machine. The S5 does have a built-in accessory tray, and the hinge on it that opens upward, so I can see at any given time and get to my accessories and everything that's built in. I can remove it very easily if I want to hem a pair of pant legs or a shirt sleeve. Now the arm on this machine is going to be longer than your average sewing machine. That's another thing about this particular machine. So I can get a stitch further up a pant leg. I see a lot of decorative sewing done on pants and slacks now. Another thing about this machine, there's no screws you need to take the needle plate off. It does come with a straight stitch needle plate. It also comes with, as we have here, our standard plate. There are sensors built into the machine that will not allow me, if I have a straight stitch needle plate on here, it won't let me go to a zigzag, so I don't have to worry about my needle hitting my plate. If you have any other questions about the Skyline S5, by all means, check out our website. Feel free to drop us an email or give us a call. We'll be glad to help you anytime narrow down your decision on which sewing machine is right for you.